Hello Choke Live community, we are back and today we are interviewing a very special and illustrious guest, ADCC World Champion, JT Torres. Thanks for taking this time to do this with us.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
While it's still fresh on your mind,
Yep.
ADCC, we just want to, I thought this ADCC was crazy. A lot of great matches, a lot of upsets, and a lot of history being made.
Yep.
And you being part of that history. You
Yep.
know, your name is now forever ingrained in like with the first timers to ever do it.
Yep.
Take us to that moment when you had your last match, the bell rang, and you knew you were victorious. You were now world champion. Take us to what that exact moment right there. If you can, put it to us in words.
You know, it's very hard to describe in words, but I'm gonna try my best. It was a feeling like no other. I felt like I was on cloud. Everyone says cloud 9. I was on cloud 10, even higher up. You know.
Yeah.
But it felt right. It felt right, and what I mean by that is that I've been putting in hard work over the years. A lot of hard work, especially at the black belt level, which has been almost, the last decade. Has been training hard, competing against the best of the best, and always being at the top. But it's always hard to be at the very top though. And to finally make it at ADCC and be the ADCC champion, it felt amazing and it felt right.
You felt like it was yours.
It felt well deserved. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. I knew I put in the work. So a lot of people, you see a lot of people go in there and when they win big championships like that, they lose it a little bit. Like, of course I let out a little celebration, but
you can't contain it.
You can't contain it. But it was expected for me. I expected it. Because I put in the hard work, I prepared well for it.
This isn't your first ADCC. You competed in Beijing, right?
My first one was even further back in 2011 in Nottingham, England. That was my first ADCC. Then my second one was Beijing. And then I was invited back to the 2015 one in Brazil. Had to pull out to have knee surgery.
Okay.
And then I came back 2017 and was crowned the champion.
I'm sure you put in as much hard work as the other ones, but what would you say was like a key element as far as this one being, you coming out successful?
I would say experience. The experience played a huge part in my training and in the competition. I can say that I've learned what to do and what not to do throughout the training camps. And then especially at the tournaments, with a tournament like ADCC, you have to be very aware of the rules, and you also have to be aware that ADCC is a tournament where they want you to push the action, And one thing I made sure about that was to always push the action, and I did that in training as well. You can't really sit back and, hold back or anything like that, or wait for your opportunity. You got to go out there and make the opportunity, and that's what ADCC does. It makes the fighters go out there and fight. So I think my experience, this is my third one technically fighting, but my fourth one invited back to. So the experience was on my side, I feel.
You would think it would be tougher because before you were just a full-time competitor, right?
Yep.
Now you opened up your own school.
Yep.
I'm sure you're teaching maybe at least 4 times a week. I'm sure more than that.
Yep.
How did you balance that?
I surrounded myself with a solid team. You can't do it by yourself. Even though Jiu-Jitsu is a one-on-one combat sport, you still have to have a team around you, especially when operating in an academy as well, owning and operating an academy. So I just made sure to surround myself with the right team, because like I said, it's very hard to do it by yourself, very hard. So I always knew that from the beginning. Like I said, I've had experience on my side in teaching as well in different academies throughout the world over the years, and especially seeing my professor Andre Gabal do it, where he's a very successful competitor and school owner. So I saw how he balanced the two over the years, and I just learned from him and brought those teachings over to my academy, and it's working really well for me.
All right. Not everyone's a jiu-jitsu buff or jiu-jitsu enthusiast, or they just started training.
Yep.
Could you tell like your fans or the people who just started training, why this was a historic moment?
Well, I was the first American to win the 77 kilogram division in ADCC, so I'm very proud of that. You know, I'm proud to make some history, and like you said, forever and ever, my name will be engraved in the history books. So proud to be part of that.
Awesome. Now, also, Lucas Lepre has been one of your biggest challenges, right?
Oh yeah.
It's been like in gi, no gi,
Both
around.
all around gi, no gi. Over the years, we've competed so many times together, but I always credit him as a competitor to helping me get better as well. You know, that's why I always say that competing helps you go through the ranks, helps you achieve new levels, because your competitors are going to motivate you and they're going to teach you things and learn things about yourself. So competing against someone, a world champion like Lepre over the years, has helped me develop my game.
You guys exchange words after?
Yeah, of course. You know, he congratulated me, and you know, I thanked him for the great battle, and you know, we both said jokingly it's always a great battle and a tough one. So he's a great guy, he's a great champion as well, one of the best in the world.
Was this victory like how you envisioned it, or did it come out better?
It came out better.
It
came out better. Yeah, I've always envisioned it, but you know, when the brackets, leading into the tournament, you never know what the brackets are going to be until I think 2 days before the actual tournament begins, or the day before. So it's difficult to prepare for the division without knowing who you're going to fight. You know, so it's kind of, you know, you just got to train hard, make sure you're ready for anybody. So I was very happy to see that I was going to have Lepre in the finals. I think it was almost like a storybook in a way, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had it any other way. I think I had probably the toughest bracket. You know, I had to go through world-class athlete after world-class athlete, and it just makes it better in the end. You know, I had the toughest side, I believe, in my opinion, and I came out on top.
Awesome. Also, what did you do? Like, do you believe like any type of motivational training, as far as like what you do to prepare mentally for this?
100%. I mean, the mental aspect of the game is huge. I think sometimes even bigger than the physical aspect of it. So mentally, what I try to do for myself is always remind myself of my skills and of my abilities. You gotta remind yourself of that, because sometimes you can forget and you start getting stuck into this mindset of what your opponent does or what they're good at and this and that. So you gotta remind yourself every day. So something I like to do, something that my professor taught me, was, you know, look in the mirror every day and tell yourself that you are the champion. So whatever championship's coming up, you know, whether it's an ADCC or Pan Ams or whatever it is, you know, you look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am the ADCC champion, 2017, 77 kilograms. And you remind yourself every day of that, and it plays. It plants a seed in your brain. So when you go out there, you'll see it works.
Was this a title that you always wanted, or when was this a title you decided to go after? The ADCC title.
Since I started Jiu-Jitsu, I've been obsessed with it. You know, I dived right into it. So when I first started trying, one thing I did to learn was watch all the big championships. You know, so I used to get all the DVDs, like the world DVDs and the ADCC DVDs. And when I used to watch these tournaments, especially the ADCC ones, I was like, man, I would love to win an ADCC one day. You know, but I knew right there and then, I'm like, it's gonna be super hard. It's gonna be super difficult though, because these are the best of the best. You know, I was looking at all these names competing in the divisions, and actually the first DVD I had from ADCC was the 2005 one, which was in Long Beach, and that tournament was another, you know, one of the other best ADCCs ever, I think. So watching those names compete, especially in the 77 kilogram division, I was like, wow, that's serious. That's the best of the best. But I knew I wanted to be there, and to see that happen today, it's truly amazing. But you know, like I said, I expected it. I've been putting in the work over the years. I'm not surprised. Hard work pays off. Nick Diaz quote. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You're 27, 28?
I just turned 28.
28, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You just won the most prestigious grappling event in the world.
Yeah.
You know, you have a successful business here.
Thank you.
What's next for JT Torres?
Fight to win this Friday night. I'm fighting Ben Henderson in a gi super fight. So, you know, preparing hard for that, working hard towards that goal, and it's gonna be a good challenge.
Awesome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
On that match. And if you want to just give out any shout out to whoever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, first of all, huge shout out to Choke Lab. You know, you guys are doing awesome videos, and I appreciate this one. I know this one's gonna turn out sick. And huge shout out to my sponsors, to Tommy, the Armbar Soap Company, and of course my academy, Essential BJJ, my professor Andre Galval, and all of my teammates at Atos HQ.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.